from Kate, and I wanted to go ahead and make a video on it and show you guys how the suit itself was going to be displayed.
Who are you? Answer me. Where did you come from? You expect me to believe that you're just a mannequin head that says gay on the forehead? Like someone painted your eyes and your mouth and just wanted to get rid of some of the excess paint on the brush? Get out of here! You think this is a fucking joke? You think this is a fucking joke? He thinks it's a fucking joke. Oh no, no. There's something going on here. We're gonna get to the fucking bottom of this, and I don't give a fuck if you're at the top. Who are you? How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks. No Tim Hortons in today's video, because it's midnight, and Tim Hortons closes at 10. Fuck. But that's okay, because we got some KFC, and KFC fits this video. Why?
You know, that's a really good question.
Because I'm going to be giving you guys the down low on my entire Buckethead collection as of right now. Let's get started.
Let's get it started.
Alright, so here we go. I know it doesn't look like much right now. I mean, aside for the fact that I have like a bust and a life-size Buckethead, all I've got is this IKEA shelf that I just built, and I'm actually pretty stoked on how that turned out. I think it looks fantastic. But I'll take you guys a little bit closer and just show you everything that we've got going on here. So first of all, we have the top shelf, or the first shelf, where we have my original Herbie. Clearly the best Herbie out there, aside from Buckethead's real old Herbie, because this is the only vintage copy I know of that has the same exact paint and hair as Buckethead's, so this thing is definitely a prized possession. Some of you guys probably saw it in my top 5 masks video. Even though it's not a mask, I had to include it in that video because it is one of my prized possessions. Right now we've got the new generation filler mask for the basement sessions. This is the same style mask that Buckethead wore in the basement sessions where he's like goofing off on piano or whatever, but this is actually a new copy. I ordered an old one and they sent this one, so it's just got to do for now until I can find one, but I am actively on the hunt, so I'm sure that I'll be able to find one soon. Here we've got my Deli Creep style 80s KFC bucket. This is original and it is in perfect shape. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever, and it's definitely one of my favorite Buckethead pieces, so I'm glad to have that. Here we have the small giant robot toy that was gifted to me from the Mask Hunter in a recent video. I'm sure that some of you guys saw that if you check out my Buckethead stuff often. Moving on down to the second shelf here, we have got a Distortions Unlimited Fresh Head, and this is very similar to the one that Buckethead used back in the day. This is exactly what Bucketheads look like before any of the modifications were done, and we ended up with this weird touring Herbie. So clearly the eyes weren't painted on and it still had hair, and that's what it looked like. So yeah, this is just a vintage copy just like Buckethead, straight from Distortions Unlimited. I got this years and years ago, but I have no idea how I got it. I honest to God do not remember receiving it. It just kind of showed up, and here it is. Here we have the Buckethead severed arm gag. Buckethead used this quite often. He would just put his hand through that and make it look like it was a severed hand moving around. Kind of cool. Really glad when I found one. Stoked to have that. Here we've got the 60s style KFC bucket that Buckethead wore to the NOM convention. I just recently got that, so I'm sure that you guys probably saw that video, but if you have not, go check it out because it's hilarious that I get so excited over KFC buckets. And I also painted an 86 yellow to match it because that is the style of mask that Buckethead was wearing when he wore this at the convention. Moving down a little lower, we've got my Monster Faces toy. This is actually the Herbie before the real Herbie, and Buckethead used this to talk to the audience during shows. Any sort of samples that would come over his music, he would use this to speak. And then behind that we've got some hand-drawn and signed pikes, and I do have another one actually at the top of the shelf that I'll show you, but those are just some of the ones that I have on display, the hand-drawn pieces there. Down here we have got yet another Herbie. This is probably the weirdest one in my collection and definitely the rarest, although it is probably the least used. I've never seen Buckethead use this other than one show, and there's another show where P-Sticks is holding it and dancing. We've got the TMC the Leatherface by Don Post Studios over there. Buckethead often wore this on stage or backstage, and he also used it in the notorious Old Dirty Bastard tribute video where he's rapping with both his fresh head and his zombie head, Herbie's. I found this custom little sticker that has Buckethead, kind of like Michael Jordan, but it's got the bucket on his head. I always thought that was rad, so I included that. And then here we have one of the original funeral stickers that Buckethead would have used on his buckets, and these are the same exact ones. I'm not sure how or why his were so red, but these ones are much more orangish yellow in person, so I don't quite understand what happened there, but they are the same exact dimensions and seem to be the exact same aside from the collar, so we really can't figure that one out. But yeah, up on top here we've just got some media stuff. I've got two of my favorite DVDs based on the covers. I just really like the fact that this one looks like there's really a doll in it, and this one's like a costume gag. And yet another signed and hand-drawn Pike, along with Buckethead on the cover of Guitar One magazine. And then moving on over, we've got the life-size bust, and I still need to do some wig work to this because it seems to have too much hair, and it's just slightly too long, but one day I'll get around to cutting that and everything. We got a real 83 on it, and it's been cut to match Buckethead's mask during the We Are One/banjo video, along with a real white bucket. These are actually super fucking hard to find, and a real funeral sticker, so he looks just like he did when he's playing the banjo. Behind the scenes on We Are One, which is one of my all-time favorite Buckethead videos, and we've got what I believe to be the correct yellow rain poncho there. Down below, we've got some random Buckethead oddball masks. Got a PMG Witch, we've got the ape mask that he wore, we've got the Don Post Esquire, and then we've got the Spirit Halloween Laughing Baby that he wore during New Year's of 2012. We also have a couple extra copies of the funeral stickers, along with some more CDs and DVDs there. That sucks. And then we have the incredible life-size Buckethead. This is hands down one of my favorite projects of all time, and I'm super stoked with the way that it turned out. Everything from the mannequin itself to the hand-done Herbie that we've got here. I'm definitely in love with this thing. So this is how I saw Buckethead back in 2016 when I got to see him in concert, and I've nailed everything to a T. Everything from the exact mask with the eye inserts and the mouth cut, to the real 90s KFC bucket, to the wig that is perfect, the Jordan's jersey, the Herbie, everything. Super stoked on it. So yeah, that is my little Buckethead collection. Just wanted to kind of keep you guys informed as I started setting stuff up in here, and since I went ahead and built that shelf and got everything set out the way that I wanted to make a video on it. So that's what I did. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I'm not gonna care either way. Okay, maybe I will, just a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.